Today we'll be talking about if statements in Java. So first of all, with an if statement, we're going to create our integer that we can then put through all of the if statements to create an output. This integer is what all of these statements are going to revolve around, whether or not it works or not. So after you type if, we're just going to do a simple one, if x is greater than 5, which obviously it is. So then we'll output a function because it'll work, x is greater than 5. Obviously close the line of code, and then we run it. Perfect, x is greater than 5. Now, since x is greater than 5, it'll work. But for everything else, use an else statement. So if x is greater than 5, it will print out x is greater than 5. But for everything else, it will print out x is not greater than 5. Else statements take everything that doesn't fit into the if category, and then it goes into the else part of the code. Let's change the integer so it can actually go to it, because 4 is not greater than 5. X is not greater than 5. Put it back to 10 really quick. And as you can see, since 10 is greater than 5, it goes into the x is greater than 5 category. Now we'll go to and statements. Start off the same. We'll do x is greater than 5. And now you have to use two and symbols. That's just how Java forces you to write. The only caveat with and statements is whatever you run through it must satisfy both and statements. So x is greater than 5 and x is less than 20. If it doesn't satisfy both requirements, it will go into the later else statement. Perfect. So now else. X is not greater than 5 and less than 20. And then obviously we'll go change x so that way you can see an example of it working in here. So since 100 is greater than 20, we get x is not greater than 5 and less than 20. So outside of and statements, there are or statements. So we'll do x is greater than, move that. X is greater than 100. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, we'll do 110. Or, so those two lines signify or, x is less than 50. Or x is less than 105. So all integer x has to do is satisfy one of these or statements. It can either be greater than 110 or it can either be greater than 110 or less than 105. And since 100 is less than it, it will work. And output. Perfect, it works. Let's change this so we can get to an else statement. So, given that x is not greater than 110 or less than 90, the else statement will pick it up.